Wait a minute. Why is the check engine light coming on? It's not time for my oil change yet. See? Uh-oh. What's going on? I mean, the car seems to be driving fine. I just took it for front brake replacement. I'm gonna take it to the Mazda dealership and see what's going on here. One thing I do notice, the temperature seems to be kind of high. Normally it's below the medium point. I wonder if it's because any leaking fluids. Alright, so let's look at Mazda's vehicle inspection and see what they came up with.
For you, so we're going to start off underneath the head. Inspected air filters still look fine, but your cabin filter starting to show a lot of buildup in it. Definitely recommend replacing it at this time. It's recommended once a year, but every 12 to 15,000 miles. Inspected the battery. Battery did pass its test. Battery plus or corrosion free. Inspected the brake fluid. Full indicators right where my finger's pointing. Fluid level is down approximately right about there. Fluid is discolored. Definitely recommend servicing. It's recommended for service every 30,000 miles. Coolant is full. Filled your wash fluid for you. Also inspected your power steering fluid. Fluid level is full, but it is turned to a brownish color.
So it's discolored?
Definitely recommend servicing the power steering at this time.
Definitely need to take a look at that.
Also notice on the side of the engine that you do have an oil leak.
Oh no.
The valve cover has began to fail.
That's not good.
Definitely would recommend replacing the valve cover gasket. As you can see, there's oil all over the side.
Wow.
Right here, especially in the back. And around the back side, it's starting to leak out.
That's something I need to address.
Definitely would recommend replacing the valve cover gasket at this time. Dry belt looked good. Same with the engine mount. Now we'll move underneath the vehicle.
Let's check my Mazda diagnosis report. So I got the front brakes done last time. Let's see what else passed or failed. 52 items passed, 2 failed. Let's see what the failed items are. Perform power steering system fluid exchange. I don't think that has anything to do with the engine overheating. It seems like it could be, but I doubt it. I think the problem is with this. Replace valve cover gasket. Observations found engine oil leak about $290. So I didn't do that last time. So I decided to open up the hood of my car. As you can see, that's where the leak is. Otherwise it would be dry. Does that even look normal? Doesn't look too bad. And down here, I don't see anything leaking on the ground. So here's a dipstick. Let me go ahead and remove that. See how much engine oil I have left. Okay, so I wiped it. Now I'm pulling out. Okay, so I'm looking for the indicator. It's supposed to be 2 lines. Maybe these 2 dots, maybe? So does that look like low to you guys? You can even see on this towel that I wiped it on. Look at how dry it is. Thankfully I made it to the Mazda dealership. The car seemed to drive fine. So we're gonna see what they diagnosed today. There's no loaner car, so my friend has to pick me up. Alright, so let's see what Mazda diagnosed with my check engine light.
Hello there, this is Case doing the check engine light diagnosis today. So, what we got going on here, it's a code P2009 for the intake manifold rudder control circuit.
Oh no.
So what that means is, you have these 2 solenoids right here. There's intake manifolds. They make them longer or shorter for high RPM or low RPM performance. So what's going on is this black solenoid here, it's not working properly. So it's going to have to be replaced, and they're replaced in a set. So You gotta take a bunch of stuff off to get to it. So I'm gonna do an estimate for that. I'm not gonna do the full inspection today since you were just here. So we're just gonna get that lined up for you and give you a call. Thanks for coming in. Have a good day.
So I just picked up my car from the Mazda dealership. As you can see, the check engine light is off. So I'm gonna go over what I had done and how much my total bill was. Alright, so they finally fixed a lot of issues. I decided to get everything done. I'm gonna describe each in detail. Let's see what my final total was. It's 2 pages, so it's gonna be pretty expensive. My total was $950.51. Fortunately, I have $15 off coupon, so I saved a little bit right there. Alright, so the first thing that they did was, this was what made the check engine light come on, which was something to do with the failed solenoid. So what they did was they replaced that, right? And I believe their diagnostic check engine light costs about $180. I'm not sure if that's part of already calculating that. As you can see, the manual labor is $320, the parts itself $120. So that came out to be $424.99. That's for the fix for the solenoid replacement, which they described the error code. Second of all, they noticed that one of my bolts on my rear light went off, so it cost $6.99 for that. That's something minor. Talk about luck, because you just come add on top of it so much stuff to fix. Anyway, here is the fluid leak. You know, that failed gasket. So that costs about $240. See, replace valve cover gasket. This item description number 3. Okay, the cover seal itself costs $50, but the labor itself is $240. Came out to be $289.99. So that's the dirt. And the final one is that discolored power steering fluid. So they flushed it out, replaced a new one, topped it off, and that came out to be $124, right? And it costs manual labor $15 to replace that rear bulb. I mean, I don't feel like replacing them. I made a video how to do it, but I just didn't feel like doing it. Have it all, let them do it, a professional. It was a master technician who did the work. I'm not sure of all the work, but so it kept it under $1,000. But I'm just happy all the work is done, because I'm actually driving the car to the airport, you know, for the holidays. So I need it to be in working condition and safe working condition.